Hello and welcome to All Aboard Resin Creations. Today I'm going to be making some Christmas decorations using this mould from Moulds and Shapes, and I've got this gorgeous little mould here that's a little jumper and hat and glove scarf. So we're going to be using some air dry clay with that, so we'll get to that a bit later. So I'm going to be using some coordinating colours. I've got 3 sets of metallics, so I'm going to be using a silver with a matching silver glitter. I've got a copper and I'm going to be adding Christmas gold to that one. I've got the Let's Resin metallic bronze, and I'm going to be adding the Hemway bronze holographic glitter to that one. I've got some Arteza red mica powder and some red glitter. I've got some Arteza bright blue with some ocean blue glitter. And finally I've got Arteza moss green mica powder and emerald glitter. And of course I've got my crushed crystal, so that'll be going in as well. So I'm using fast cure, Let's Resin fast cure resin today, and I've mixed up 300 grams, 150 grams of each part, and then I've split those 50 grams in each cup. So we're going to start off by adding some glitter into these and some of the crushed crystal. So we're going to start off by, let's do the green first. I'll just open this out the way. So I'm going to add a scoop of the crushed crystal in there, and then I'm going to add a good sprinkling of the green glitter. Give that a good mix up. And I'm not going to be filling these to the top today because they are Christmas decorations and I do want them to hang on the tree, so I don't want them to be too heavy. So I'm just going to use 50 grams of each. So we're going to pour this into the moulds. I'll pour it into this one because I've already got a blob of green in there for some reason. I'm going to get that into there. And then just let that settle for a minute while we mix up another one. So the next one I'm going to add, same again, a scoop of the crushed crystal. And so we've done the green, and then I'm going to add the blue into this one. So a good dollop of the blue. Give that a mix up. Feel free to fast forward through all the mixing of the colours if you don't want to be watching me doing that. That's looking lovely. I don't want these to be like too solid. I still want to be able to see through them. So that's the blue one. They are pretty much to the top. I thought these took more than 50 grams of each, but that's okay, not to worry. So that's the blue. Then we're going to do the red. So again, scoop of the crushed crystal. And red glitter. And then give that a mix. And the coordinating mica powders I'm going to be using on the jumpers, the jumper hat and gloves. So let's pour that one into this one, and then we'll have all the metallics at the top. Smash all that out. So while I'm mixing these colours, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to everyone that subscribes to my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. You're all fantastic, and the comments that you leave are lovely. I love like reading through those and commenting back to you, and so thank you ever so much for that. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel, if you're not already, then feel free if you so wish. It doesn't cost anything, so I mean, you can always unsubscribe if you don't like it afterwards anyway. So this is the bronze. Is this the bronze? Yes, this is the bronze glitter mix. So we pop that one in there. And then we've got two more left to go. We've got the silver and the copper. And then once these are all poured, we get on to making the jumpers. So I'm going to be using the foam air dry clay to be making those. Right, this one, and we do this one in the silver. Bit of the crushed crystal. And some of the, actually we do the gold in this one. Well, that's a chunkier. Don't really want chunky glitter. Let's see if I've got a different glitter. Right, I use this one in this one. Well, that's chunky as well. Oh, never mind. We'll just have this one chunky. We'll have a chunky one. I won't put so much in. So this one's going to be slightly different, but it's okay. So I'll get that one in there. Oh, it's quite nice actually with the chunky. It's a bit of a mixture of chunky and chunky. and some small. Should have done them all like that, shouldn't I? Nice like that. Oh well. No for next time. So they're all spreading out nicely now. So, right, last one, and that's the silver. So, bit of the crushed crystal in there. And then we'll add the silver glitter. Pop that out the way. Give that a good mix. And I think when you do mix the crushed crystal, I think it activates it more. So let's get that one in there. And then we can leave these to cure. And while they're curing, we'll do the little jumpers. Right, so that's those all poured now. So I'm just going to go and have a clean up, take my gloves off because I don't need those for the next bit. And I'll be back and we can do the jumpers with the air dry clay. So I'll just show you these and then we can move on to the air dry clay. These will cure up in about 4 hours. I might put the heat mat on just to speed it up a little bit, but that's all those ready. Right, so now for the air dry clay bit. So I've got a chunk of that out, give that a squeeze. And then we're going to start by getting this into this mould. So we'll start by doing, I think I'll start by doing the hat. So I'm just going to squish it in there. And the good thing about this clay is you don't have to worry about doing it all in one go. You can do it in bits at a time. And then just keep adding to it. So I'll start off with this woolly hat. Push that in there until it's all filled up, and then I'm just going to use the palm of a hand, give that a good squish down, and then we'll just give that a little wiggle. And then we get that out. And then that's our first little woolly hat. Aren't they adorable? So that's that one. Then we'll do the glove. Get some into this little thumb bit. Down into there. Fill up the rest. Use my hand just to squish it down. Tiny bit more in there. Squish that over. And then pop that one out. And that's one little glove. Do the other glove. So again, just going to get it into that little thumb bit first. And then onto this bottom bit. Fill up the rest of that. Give it all a good squish. And then pop this one out. So that's our, got a hat and 2 gloves. Now for the jumper. So get that into the arm. And then around the top bit. It's a gorgeous little mould this. I think it's for like cake decoration, doing cakes. I think I got it from, I can't remember, was it Amazon or Temu? It was one of them, but I'll link it in the description anyway. Squish that in there. Fill up that space there. Squish it into the corner. And then one last little bit in this corner. And then squish that down. And then pop that out. And there we have our little cute little jumper. Husky hair. So you can just tidy up there. Tidy up that little bottom bit there. So that's one set done. So now I need to make another 5 of these. So I'll do that and then I'll come back to you. So that's our 6 sets of jumpers and hats and gloves done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a little bit of the mica powder into a little pot and then add some 99% alcohol into that. And then we're going to paint this mica powder onto the jumpers. So let's bring you in. And we'll start by doing this middle one. So I'm just going to get this on the jumper. And then the alcohol will dry up and then just leave the mica powder. So we're going to paint these. Going to leave that bit white at the bottom. And I'm going to leave the little zigzaggy bit white. And the little cuffs can stay white as well. So I'll do this one and then I'll do all the others off camera, because once you've seen one you don't want to watch me do them all, do you? I wouldn't have thought. So I'll do this one. And then just have to wait for the the other resin to dry, and then we can pop these on our baubles. It's lovely details in this mould. It's really pretty, isn't it? So let's get these gloves done. That one there. And then our other little glove. Oops, stay still, you. And then last of all, our little hat. And I think I'll leave the little, do I do the bobbly bit? Let's see if I can do, there, leave the bobbly bit white. And then we'll do that like that. So that's our first one done. So I'll do the others off camera, and then I'll be back when they're all ready to go onto the resin baubles. So see you in a little while. So these have all cured up nicely now, so we'll pop these out the mould. They're still a little bit bendy, but they'll be okay. I'll just put them to one side for a minute and get them all out, and then we'll get them over the right way. So let's get all these out, and then we can get the jumpers on them. Right, so that's the silver one. That's the bronze one. We've got the green one. That was the goldy colour one. The red one. And finally the blue one. So we'll start off with the blue one. I'll pop these out the way for a minute. That one can stay there. So our little jumpers, that's going to go on there. And our little woolly hat can come down a bit. And then our little gloves will go either side there. So I think I've got some Mod Podge, so I think I'm just going to attach them using some Mod Podge. So I'm going to stick a bit of that on the back there, and then push that down, and then get all these jumpers on, and then I'll finish them all off with a bit of ribbon at the end. So there's our little jumper. Do our little gloves. There's one there. And then the other one that side. So there's our first one done. So I'll just carry on doing the rest and put you on a little fast forward, and then I'll see you in a minute for finishing off with a bit of ribbon.
Snowflakes falling on our tops, candy canes and reindeer hops, sparkles bright and jingle bells, Christmas jumpers cast their spells. Grandma's knitting one for me, itchy wool but full of glee.
That's those all done now. So I'm just going to leave these to dry just for 10 minutes and then we can pop some ribbon on these. I've put ribbon on those ones. These are all dry now. So I'll just do this last one. So I just fold the ribbon in half and then pop it through the hole and then take that end of the ribbon through the hole, give it a pull and then tie a knot in the end. So which one's your favourite? I think I'm torn between the blue and the silver. So that's the silver one. That's the blue one. So I think those two are my favourite. But I do like these metallic ones. I think they've turned out nice. And then you've got the green and the red one. It's a bit on the pinky side, but it's okay. Still looks nice. And they're still like see-through, which is what I wanted. So the lights will shine through them on the tree. So thank you ever so much for watching my video today and stay tuned for the pictures at the end. See you in the next one. Bye for now.
Snowflakes falling on our tops, candy canes and reindeer hops, sparkles bright and jingle bells, Christmas jumpers cast their spells, Grandma's knitting one for me, itchy wool but full of glee, Rudolph's face all big and bold, jumper love that never gets old. We're dancing